Nintendo files DMCA takedown against Metroid 2 Remake. You know, Project AM2R, the game that I just finished doing a live stream of, and the best remake I have ever seen. What all remakes of games should aspire to be like. 6 years I waited for it. It actually did get released. It's on the site right this second. Download it right now, because Nintendo is shutting it down. Shutting down Pokemon Fusion Generations wasn't good enough for them. It's actually Matt Martin, the author of that game, that I noticed, and his Twitter feed mentioned this, and this is very distressing to me. As you know from the video before that, where I talked about how much I loved Samus Aran and Metroid 2, and even pulled out the old comics. The old comic books showed how awesome Samus was back in those days. Alright, so this article is from Gameinformer. This just came out just a few hours ago. Alright. Way back in August 6, 1986, gamers suited up as Metroid Samus Aran for the very first time to take down space pirates on planet Zebes. Now, 30 years and 1 day later, fans can revisit one of the original games in the franchise. Up until now, we've only been able to play Samus' second adventure in the Game Boy's sickly green hue. Now we can revisit the game in full color on PC thanks to a fan remake called AM2R. Metroid 2 Return of Samus has been remade in the style of Metroid Zero Mission. For those who have never played the original Game Boy version, this is an opportunity to experience one of the most important moments in the story. Samus ventures to the Metroid homeworld in an attempt to eradicate the parasitic species completely. And this really is like the critical moment in the entire Metroid franchise, that like everything in the Metroid franchise is kind of built around this moment. The original game introduced the Metroid and was named Metroid, but didn't really get into what they were, and they weren't even the main enemy. You were fighting Mother Brain and Kraid and Ridley and Space Pirates, and there were just a few Metroids in the last areas, this horrific super monster. Metroid 2 Return of Samus was all about fighting the entire species, going through, killing their queen. It's an extinction event. And every other game in the series is all based relative to this game. Super Metroid came after, starting with the last Metroid is in captivity, the galaxy is at peace. Like, this can't be understated. This is the pivot, this is the linchpin of the entire Metroid franchise that has been pretty much ignored since for about 25 years. And back to the article. Nintendo has filed a takedown against the remake team's web host. According to a tweet from the group, this means they can no longer distribute the file. Here's the tweet. Friends, Nintendo has hit us, meaning our website host, with a DMC takedown notice. We can no longer host the AM2R file. Sorry. All isn't lost quite yet. There are off-site hosting links still live. And please, take this opportunity, if you like Metroid, to grab the files. Share them with any friends you have that are fans of the Metroid series. Take this opportunity right now. Before it completely vanishes. This game, I am not exaggerating. I really do feel this is what all remakes should aspire to be. They took the original Metroid 2 for Game Boy, which is my personal favorite game in the series. Maybe nobody else on the planet feels that way, but everyone loves Super Metroid, which is a great game, but my favorite was that one. And they made it better in every way. They added so much to it. It was everything. I had been waiting for at least 6 years for them to make this, watching this project, waiting for it to be finished. And it was everything I wanted it to be, and more. Get it. Get it while you can. I cannot honestly believe. I can believe. I can believe Nintendo. Sega, when there were fan games made with Sonic the Hedgehog, they hired the devs to make Sonic games. The new Sonic thing going around, that was a guy who made fan games who's in charge of that project. They did ports. They let the guy do ports of Sonic games. Capcom. Mega Man Forever? Mega Man Infinity? Damn, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll put it in the description. This fan game author making a fan game for Mega Man, he got invited to some kind of corporate retreat. Like, Capcom reached out to him and was all like, "Hey, you're awesome. Come hang out with our people." I'll have to find something relating to that and put that in the notes too, because so much. I'm frustrated, and I don't know off the top of my head all things. But I remember there was a big thing with that, and I will get it into my description correctly, with the proper and correct details. Nintendo just shut shit down. I said in my live stream 3 or 4 times while I was playing the game, like, I wish Nintendo would take this and put this on the 3DS and the WiiWare. Like, this is amazing. I said that several times. Seriously. I said, somebody asked me what I thought direction the Metroid series should go in the future, and I said, this game, right here. Hire these developers. Nintendo. Instead, they issued a takedown notice. Nintendo, all this crap you've done to YouTube, all of these copyright strikes, they've copyright striked videos that I made, that they claim the copyright to own a video I made about a game that their company did not even make. This is... and they wonder why the sales of the Wii U are less than any console they've ever done. In a time, in an age where the internet is selling your games for you. Let's Players are literally turning games into success stories, like Goat Simulator, or, Yandere Simulator. I doubt anyone would have, gone out of the, those would have been so obscure, no one would have ever heard of them. But Let's Players sold them. Fan games, AM2R can only increase the sales of Metroid 2 Return of Samus. The Metroid 2 Return of Samus, how much sales do you think, how many people are running out and buying that? After AM2R playing that, I'm sure a lot of people went out to purchase the original product. It's not going to hurt your sales. You could use all of this to your advantage. Your fan base, instead of attacking them and shutting them down, you could be using them. They will do your marketing for you. They love your games. They will sell your games for you. And Nintendo, you're shutting them down. You're killing your own products. I will find whatever kind of link I can and put it in the description of this video for where you can find the AM2R at the moment, and it probably won't remain live long, so grab it while it exists, and yeah, until next time and every time, this is Hadrix signing off.